Hey, everybody! Welcome to Paws and Claws, the Lost Tales of Pugmire. I'm Jess. I'm your guide. You might see me in chat as Angry Nerd Girl. And we hope that you are washing your hands, being safe, having a good quarantine. Without much further ado, let's meet our dogs and cats, starting with Honey and Dice.
Hello, everyone. I am Honey and Dice, and I play Eartha Kitty, the minister who happens to be a little musical.
Lynn.
What's your hostess?
Hi, everybody. I am Lynn Meyer, and I am, let's see, one half of the Wonder Twins. I am Baguette Corgi, the shepherd, trying to stay a very good dog.
As you can see, Alan Johnson, our Grimly, is not here tonight. Please give him some love. So let's get to our uniformed boys in the bottom row, starting with Alan.
Hello, I am Mr. Tibbles. I am a fearsome warrior, and I'm here to prove myself.
Cameron.
Hi, I'm Cameron Blair, and I play Jean-Pierre Cachet. I'm here to start the revolution.
And CB.
Hello, I am Vincent Jacko, the mysterious oracle who has joined the party for his own reasons.
All right. And who would like to give us a previously on Paws and Claws? I know we were off last week, so it might be a minute. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got it. So the majority of the last session we met 2 weeks ago, we fought the boogeyman. Various people had some issues, others did not. And after that, we all had a little bit of a check-in on what the boogeyman was, that everyone was okay. And then our group started to split off. Eartha, Jean-Pierre, and Vincent went to the Nautical Museum, I believe that's what it was, where everyone else stayed in the Rainforest Cafe and got some food and got some downtime. Eartha, Jean-Pierre, and Vincent encountered some strangeness at the Nautical Museum. There was a note from Eartha's connection. Then there were the note warned of some disappearances and strange goings on at night. Then we met the night guard, who this player's opinion is possessed or some very Dunwich horror kind of stuff. And then we had a discussion of whether we should kill the night guard or not. And I think we ended as we snuck past the guard. And yeah, that was that.
Yeah, you get a fortune.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, and Baguette and Mr. Tibbles. I know, Mr. Tibbles, you took in some of the rescued cats and dogs into your room. And we're kind of hanging out with them until the morning. Oh.
Oh.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
Okay.
That was very well timed.
And Baguette, are you also staying in your room until the morning? Unless you're awakened by something?
I would say yes. She was providing some emotional support for folks who were traumatized by the boogeyman, because that was kind of freaky, and she herself was a little bit put off by the whole experience. So she'd probably just stick around, call it a night, pray, regain spell slots.
Sounds good. So, Eartha, Jean-Pierre, and Vincent, you have commanded the Night Watchman to stay. And he is currently standing in the middle of the museum, jaw slack, holding a lantern up in the air, slowly wagging a bony tail, methodically.
Bony as in thin or bony as in bone?
It's very thin. You can see the vertebrae under the fur.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But it is not just bone.
Okay. Okay. So, Ursa, what is it we are looking for here?
At this point, I think I actually have no idea anymore. I came here looking for something that would help us with the whole acid sea thing. Something with a scroll that could help with, maybe not if we can't walk on it, part it, fly over it, something. But we can either keep going forward towards the back where things are disappearing. I'll go back past that fellow over there who... Please tell me you can't count how many vertebrae he has in his tail.
I probably can if I got up closer.
Yeah.
So,
Monsieur Vincent, we're with us. We'll be safe if you're here, I'm sure. But, advice? Should he be dispatched or should he stay as is? Is there any hope for life to still be there?
We can only find out what they might be if we go forward. A thing like that doesn't just happen to a being like us without some form of, how do you say, interference. Therefore, we can find out what interfered if we go forward. If your cunning mind is interested in more information.
well, you know the old saying, cats are very curious. So let us go. There's nothing bad that can happen as we go back there, of course.
Not necessarily true, however, I do agree we should go forward.
Nothing so far since I have joined this group has hurt me, so what is the worst that can happen, huh? By the way, if there's more of just these skinny fellows, we will find these things that will help us go through the sea and then get out of here.
As you're talking... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I admire your spunk, Jean-Pierre. May it guide you when you need it most.
Merci.
Everybody give me a notice check, please. Everybody in the museum, I should say.
Where are my stuff? Where's my stuff? Wrong thing. Okay. Notice.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Come on now. That is not a dirty 20. It's a...
I was like, is it a natural 20?
No, it's a 9.
Okay. That's a different number.
Yes. Hold on, though. Let me also look for major. I gotta get to major.
Oh, yeah,
stats.
Is that wisdom?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, then that is it's a simple little 12.
I'm gonna use this for
Okay.
major. Oh, major got much better. Major got, and they use my proficiency. So that's a 21.
Oh, damn.
Nice. Go major.
Yeah, he has a +1 to things. To some other shit, but yeah.
So, Major... well, first, I'll say, Eartha, you hear that like, high-pitched noise you were hearing kind of intermittently is getting louder as you move further back into the museum. Jean-Pierre and Major, you hear the faintest fluttering of wings up above you. Vincent, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary.
Jean-Pierre's going to draw his crossbow and just put out a hand to stop everyone and look up.
Eartha is going to, it seems like get a little dust off her shoulder, but she's actually toying with the quick draw of that hood that she has on her cloak. And she's going to activate telepathic bond
Okay.
with Jean-Pierre and Vincent. I'm not going to speak out loud because if we can hear that, something can hear us.
There is something on the ceiling. It is fluttering.
Major, because Vincent's 100% looking at the creepy man, dog thing in the middle, just like studying. And Major kind of just comes over and like taps my shoulder. And then Major's going to actually start to fly up and sneak up to see if he can see what it is.
Okay. Is Major being sneaky about it?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a stealth for Major, please.
Okay. I'm not provisioning that, but that is Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nope, rolling for Major. I have 2 different dice. Me, Major.
You got a 1?
Oh no.
Okay.
I mean, it's a 4, but it's a 1.
Poor Major.
Poor Major.
As Major flies up, let's see. Does 14 hit him?
Hold on. I'm more than yes.
Okay. So, let me see. Major doesn't really see what hits him, but he gets hit hard in the back of the head for 11 damage.
Oof. Oof. Thank God Pugmire is different because any other familiar type thing would be dead. He's not. 11, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
And that's all.
Oh, so, okay.
You hear like a come out of Major's mouth. As I think he doesn't fall, but he kind of floats down. He didn't like that.
Do I see it? What hit him at all?
Yeah, actually. Well, give me a you got a 20 on your perception. I won't make you roll for it again.
Okay.
You see what you first thought was a gargoyle part of the stone. And it appears to be a massive winged cat who, as Major floats up, wonks him with a mace.
Oh.
Hey. I need to check a thing real quick.
Through the telepathic bond, Jean-Pierre speaks to Vincent and Eartha. As there is a cat's wings and a mace in the ceiling. It is not a gargoyle like I thought it was. So maybe we keep going or ask this cat the mystery of flight. I don't know.
If we could just, maybe continue moving it along. If it doesn't come after us, if it follows, then we can deal with it.
Oui, absolutely, I agree. That is a smart decision.
Hey, real quick, sorry, Jess, how long has it been since the boogeyman fight?
Probably like an hour and a half.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 hours. I mean, you came here like right after that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Jean-Pierre just keeps going towards the back.
Okay.
1 second, sorry.
As you go to the back, that buzzing gets louder, and now you can all hear it. It's kind of this high-pitched, shrill pinging.
A pinging coming from the cat or the back?
No, coming from a room off to the side. You know, there were a lot of rooms.
Yeah.
And it's coming from a room to your left, below the cat.
I'll sneak up and peek in the room, see what's going on, because that pinging doesn't sound normal or natural.
So it's pretty dark in this room, but you can see compasses and swords and other nautical implements of naught, that all seem, that were all like on the wall or in boxes, kind of how you've seen throughout this museum.
Right.
All the ones on the wall seem bent in a common direction. And the compasses in glass cases seem to be trembling a little bit. And up against the wall, you see a massive, shiny black shape.
Just a shape.
It's hard
kind
to
of shape?
tell
Is it a
in
rhombus?
the darkness. It looks a bit like a carapace. And there are two antennae that are kind of doing this.
Through the telepathic link is just, Ursa, do you remember cockroaches from back home? I think there is a very large one inside this room.
I remember cockroaches, and the ones back home were quite large as well.
No, this one is about as large as you? Me?
It's about as tall as you, but much wider.
Oh, forgive me. It is very large. Much larger than us. Maybe these are just to understand bugs. Maybe we do not have to fight.
Would you like me to attempt? Why didn't I use me buffing the thing out of me? Would you like me to attempt to communicate with this abnormally large cockroach of mystery?
I think we can both talk to it.
Okay, yes. Monsieur Vincent, I'm going to ask a extreme favor of you, not because I don't believe that two well-armed and capable cats are capable of handling an abnormally large cockroach in a creepy location, but just in case there is a healer back at the gaudy cafe and a very brave small cat that I do believe could come in handy, just in case.
I like your wordplay, but you could have just said, if I need to go get Baguette and the little one.
This is what I call freaking out eloquently. I've already fought the boogeyman tonight and failed miserably. In many, many ways. And now I may have to face a giant cockroach. And I'm going to be honest, even non-magical cockroaches freak me out. So, assistance, please. I know that you're swift on your feet and straight to the point, and they trust you.
Stop. Come here. And
I'm literally right beside you.
get closer. And he will touch Eartha's forehead, and she's gonna hear la 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 in her head as I cast Shield of Faith on her. You get a +2 to your AC. It is concentration, but I don't have to be around. And did Jump here already leave? Yeah, he did. Gosh, freaking...
Just
No,
the head.
He's
no,
just
no,
poking his head
no.
in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre's here.
Oh, I was like, how
Yeah.
dare you? I'm leaving. Sorry, I need to check that. Yeah. And then I also touch my eye, and you two will get aid. Yeah, again, you get nice 6 temporary HP, which are lost when the spells end for 4 hours. So you have that for 4 hour, and you also have advantage on contacts.
Beautiful.
Then I will look. Don't get yourself killed. I don't feel like bringing you back.
Oh, I have several lives left in my collection, so I should be okay. So before Jean-Pierre goes in the room, is there any... We were going towards the back. Is this in the back?
This is the closest room to the back.
Okay. And this is where we saw the emaciated dog come from?
Mm-hmm. The dog came... You couldn't really see what room he came from because it was so dark.
Sure.
You just saw like a lantern coming out of the darkness.
Okay.
I will quickly say, keep in mind, and I point up that there's a thing above. You don't just have to deal with a cockroach.
That is true. How do we chance talking to the cockroach first, or do we talk to the cat first?
The cat won't talk. It hit Major.
Major is a ghostly bear. I am a
You
cat.
are a loud cat.
I agree. But if we talk peaceably to this cat, maybe things will be better, huh?
Uh-huh. Vincent turns and heads out. And I'm gonna be walking. I'm gonna actually.
Are you gonna fly?
I love you, honey, but you don't have that +2 right now because I need to fly, and I forgot it was concentration.
That's okay. Eartha
Okay.
would think you just touched her on the forehead in some weird traditional thing you have.
100% was that. It's 3 and 1, so that's okay. Great.
Pictured as a nose boop. Boop.
Yeah, it was more like a forehead boop.
I know, but
Yeah, but yeah, he will turn around and he will fly, and his cape is.
So if
Okay,
you're
for
flying,
this
I mean, this was a relatively quick walk. So if you're flying, you can get back to Granny Scruffwings like in 2 minutes, pretty much.
Yeah, you're gonna.
The moment Vincent leaves the building, Jean-Pierre looks up at the cat and says, "Bonjour, monsieur. Could we have a moment to speak, please?"
I love it.
Can Eartha tell if this is a awakened, so to speak, being, or is it an animalistic being on the ceiling?
Give me no Arcana check for that.
It's called.
Just,
14 plus, what is that?
Intelligence.
That'd just be a 14.
Okay. You would know that this is a cat that, well, it was a cat.
Great.
It, on occasion, the unseen yanks cats through the earth. And they aren't seen for a long time. Later, they burst forth, clad in earthen or stone armor with wings.
All right, Jean-Pierre. And she greeted it. He just said hello to this thing.
Yeah.
Did it look towards us?
And Jean-Pierre, as soon as you greet it, you hear like a and you see this creature swoop down, mace in hand, and it tries to whack you, and that is a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay, so that is 11 bludgeoning damage. And then it hits you again for 9 bludgeoning damage. And then it flies back up to its perch.
Okay. Okay.
And y'all can roll initiative if you want. Unless you want to continue a conversation.
Eartha's reacting. Her initiative is going to be a 19.
Okay.
24.
Oh my god.
Eartha, what's your dex?
Oh, +1.
Okay, so you get to go before the kitty.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, even though CB has stepped away, I'm gonna say, oh, he's back. No, he's not. Just kidding. I was gonna say.
I feel teased.
I know. I thought he was there, but he wasn't. It was a lie. Oh no, he's there. So meanwhile, Vincent, you make it back to Granny Scruffwigs. What are you saying to Baguette and Mr. Tibbles?
Where are they at?
They're both in their rooms on the second floor. And how long does Fly last?
Fly, you said this was taking very short time to get there. Fly lasts. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you. 10 minutes.
Okay. So it took you about 2 to get there.
Yeah.
Just wondering if you want enough time to fly back carrying somebody with you.
Yes. Yes. I would go knock on Baguette's door first.
You'd see me in the hallway.
I was like, great, because I was like, Major's just going to be like...
Yeah, Mr. Tibbles is sleeping outside of the room that was his because the other cats are sleeping in it. He's sitting watch.
Oh. I love Mr. Tibbles.
He's some wave.
Right, he was a wave. We love. Once Baguette gets out. Urgent, don't talk, just follow.
And you know what? She does. She's like, are you saying this to me? Yes, okay.
And I look at Tibbles too, and I think Major's like tugging on Tibbles' like arm.
Okay.
And then I look back and forth. Not to demean you. You are the smallest of the two. Would you like to be carried? We would get there faster.
Yes.
Great. And the minute Tibbles comes out, and once they all get out, Vincent will just like swoop up. Do you know how to fly? Never mind. And I go.
This is like the third time I think that other characters have carried Baguette somewhere. She really should learn how to fly.
So are you carrying both of them, Vincent?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, I'll just move quickly.
I'm not that strong. Even attempt to do that.
I will move quickly.
Okay. So you're carrying Mr. Tibbles, and yes. Baguette is running along. So Baguette, you can get there, I'll say, like, if combat is still happening, like 4 rounds after they do.
All right.
Just because it'll take some time for you to run there.
And on her corgi legs.
Yes, on her short little legs. And Vincent and Mr. Tibbles, you will be there shortly. So, Eartha, you had a reaction. What were you going to do to this thing?
It's really... Yeah, because Jean-Pierre goes before me.
Yeah, but you can still use a reaction if you want.
Okay. Let me actually roll to see what she would do reflexively. Okay, when she sees Jean-Pierre get hit, she's just going to cat bat. I don't know why you have wings. And cast shatter.
Ooh, nice.
Just it's reflexively. She just her hands come up and she.
That was
mouth
very
opens.
appropriate for that spell. Kudos.
No.
Can I grant fortune? Because damn.
Yeah, Eartha, you get fortune for that.
Now is he?
You can
is
keep
this
it
cat-
or share it with the team.
We'll share it with the team. Put it in the bowl. This is not. Is this cat bat yanked through hell thing petrified, stone, or anything like that?
It is stone.
Yes. Disadvantage on Constitution saving throw.
Nice. Okay.
Catbat Yanked Through Hell is my favorite album in the Paws and Claws universe.
Oh, that disadvantage. Fuck this cat. That's a nat 1.
Hey.
Oh,
So 2d8.
So it just does all of that. So that's 20 damage.
Okay.
Oh, that how naturals work in this.
Yeah,
in
it
this
just does the max.
Nice.
And she's just gathering all of that. She's frustrated. She's bewitched, bothered, everything.
and bewildered.
Just
And bewildered.
bewildered. And it was just reflexively seeing Jean-Pierre take a hit. And she's just gonna say, you know that thing you said about you not getting hurt? Since you've been with-
there's a first time for everything.
Yes, Jean-Pierre, but how about we don't tempt fate when we're dealing with boogeymen?
And Jean-Pierre, as he takes his turn, will very casually just pick up his crossbow, point it at the cat, shoot at it, while looking at Eartha, and say, Ursa, you know I always tempt fate. And then
Does
I'll
it
shoot him.
hit? Because
Yeah.
whether it hits
Yeah.
depends on what Earth's response is.
How about what's my attack bonus? How about a 24?
No. No, it hit. It hits.
I was about to say. It's a D8, okay. Oh, and that's max damage, so that's 12.
Okay.
Do we want to talk to it or do we want to just put it out of its misery?
Well, I tried to talk to it, and it hit me in the face. So
It's been literally dragged through whatever world it's been dragged through. It used to be a living cat. The unseen grabbed it. It's a whole thing.
What? But it is alive. It's moving.
If the unseen grab you and they dragged you through the earth or whatever, you turn into that.
Oh, I get wings?
And you get turned into stone.
I'm not seeing a downside here.
You know what, Jean-Pierre? We can figure out the distance of
We'll
whether or
talk
not...
about this later.
Yeah.
Eartha, it's your turn.
Again? But
Yeah,
she's really...
because before
is
it was
it-
a reaction.
Yeah, she says, do we want to take it down or do we want to calm it down?
Let's kill it. My blood is up.
All right, then she's going to... Oh, God. It comes after me, correct?
Yep.
So she's going to wave her hands in a certain way, clear her throat, and just start whistling. And as she whistles, you see almost like mystical notes shaping things in the air, and you just see it's almost like a laser pointer grid just moving back and forth as she's going to cast hypnotic pattern.
Okay. Nice.
Out of it. Yes. Hypnotic pattern. It's a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through a 30-foot cube.
Okay.
They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 13.
That does not beat mine, which is a 15.
It is not a wise cat.
And the little lights turn into tiny little birdies, and they're just flying, in a pattern hypnotically. All right, then I've set it
What
up
do you
for
know?
you.
And what happens to it?
It is immobile
Oh, nice.
and incapacitated for the duration. It ends once they take damage, so she's hoping that Jean-Pierre can do his job here.
So for its turn, he's just going to watch the lights.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
You said immobile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So those wings are not flapping.
Nope.
Gotcha.
But it's on its perch.
It's on its
Okay.
perch.
That's
Yeah.
the part I missed. Okay.
Yeah. It wouldn't fall.
And Jean-Pierre's turn will look, still looking at Eartha, say, watching you work is always a pleasure. And then he'll turn and take a careful aim with his crossbow and let it rip again.
You get advantage because it's frozen.
Oh. That is a natural 20 on the second roll.
Ooh, dang.
Which means I also get max damage on my sneak attack, my precise attack. So that's insane. So that's
all the damage.
That's 32 damage.
Ooh, damn. Okay. So that is. I'm like, what's half of that?
Here, I'll do the math real
It's
quick.
math.
16.
Thank you. Okay. And I'll say at this point, Mr. Tibbles and Vincent arrive.
And I will fly straight down into the area and just put Mr. Tibbles right next to probably Eartha.
And Eartha, it is your turn. Mr. Tibbles and Vincent, you may roll initiative if you would like to be part of the effect.
How hurt does it look?
Like, there are chunks missing from the earthen armor, but it's otherwise, okay.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Total of 3, but it was a nat 1.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, what to do. Not wanting to embarrass herself because all she has is a dagger. She's just going to. Hypnotic pattern has fallen. This is so bad. But it's on a perch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, if something tried to irresistibly dance on a perch, would it fall off?
I think it would.
Yes. Okay.
I love that visual.
It's standing on a little ledge.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Tibbles, when you get here, you hear like this terrible high-pitched noise. Vincent was expecting it.
Yep. Eartha is standing beside, but in vicinity to Jean-Pierre, focusing up, and the hypnotic pattern drops, and she goes, I guess, and starts to snap two of her fingers, and she's like, it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. And she's just gonna focus, and it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's good. It's bad at wisdom. That's a 5.
Yep. So it's immobile, and target begins comic dance in place, and yeah, she's just going to snap her fingers to get a rhythm going for this thing to try to dance to, hoping that it falls off the perch. Just part of me feels bad because I know it's been through hell and back, but at the same time, it's an aberration. of nature.
It is trying to kill you, Ursa. Let it die.
It's trying to kill you, Jean-Pierre.
And by proxy, you. No?
So
Well, we
it
shall see.
starts to dance, and it falls off of the perch. And with a loud crash, you see it fall basically from the ceiling, about 40 feet, down onto the ground in front of you.
Mr. Tibbles, so nice for you to join us.
All right, thank you.
Vincent, thank you. Where's the little bundle of joy?
She will be here soon.
Oh, I thought that was Mr. Tibbles.
Mr. Tibbles is a little, gumdrop of love. But yes, it's a little bundle of joy.
His strength is joyful. Let him be a warrior. Come, Monsieur. Please join me in smashing up this rock cat with wings.
Will do.
Oh, Vincent, you're up if you want to hit it.
Vincent just steps next on the other side of Eartha. His hands are like, he's doing that. Oh, God, my phone, stop falling. Go there.
I'll show you what it looks like, if you could see on my camera. Oh, I'm trying to get it. See the big one with the wings?
Yeah.
Oh, the devil
Yeah.
is alive. No.
Don't
Okay,
like
yeah.
So Eartha's even more scared now? Is that it?
No, Eartha's having a bad night. But she's
Oh.
going through a lot right now, falling back into the natural pattern of fighting along someone named like Jean-Pierre. It's a lot going on.
But Vincent steps next to Eartha. His hands are crossed. Is this normal? Looking at JP. He's gotten a taste of JP, not as much as he would like.
Oh my.
Well, okay, gosh. Not where I was going with that. More so, just he still needs to learn, and he's learning. But he just stays there, and Major kind of skips over to the rock creature, and gives it a nice little kiss as I cast Inflict Wounds. That will be. That's probably gonna hit. It's a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Great. And that will do. Very nice. 18 points of damage.
Damage.
Of necrotic damage.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, come here,
I
buddy.
don't believe war is something.
Is that Henry?
It is. Come here.
Oh,
He's coming to witness a creepy battle.
No,
He's
he just
coming
came
to
to get me, and
witness.
he's mad I'm not following him.
but yeah, he just stands there tapping his finger, tapping his arm as Major's kissing things up front.
What was the question he asked of Eartha?
No, about Jean-Pierre.
Uh-huh.
Jean-Pierre. Oh, like, is this a normal thing? Is this something we should just get used to, or?
What, him fighting expertly or him fighting cat-bat demon things?
All of the above.
The first is, back in the Monaties, you'd be considered quite the acrobatic,
Revolutionary?
yes, revolutionary fighter. But the cat-bat thing is fairly new.
All right.
I don't know how long I can keep him dancing.
By this point, Baguette, you have also arrived.
Yay!
Welcome to the
How-
party. As you walk through this darkened museum, you see a emaciated, hooded dog standing there with a slack jaw and a lantern. And you hear a high-pitched buzzing, see water on the ground, and see all of your friends standing around what appears to be a immobilized, dancing, halfway broken statue.
Okay. That's unusual. 2 questions. How far away from that statue is Baguette?
About 60 feet.
About 60 feet. Okay. And would she have a reasonable suspicion just looking at that behavior to say that's unseen, or do I need to smell the unseen to confirm it?
You can give me an Arcana check as Mr.
Okay.
Tibbles takes his turn.
Because it's immobilized, do I have advantage?
Yes.
All right.
Arcana,
Alright.
by the way, is a dirty 20.
Okay.
I forgot that was advantage, therefore I should have rolled again for potential max damage. I didn't.
Mr.
Jess, do you need me to roll initiative too?
Yes, please do.
Mr. Tibbles is gonna go ahead and just do like a baseball swing with his warhammer. Feel me. Oh, that's not very fearful.
Mr. Tibbles has snowballs dice.
Yes. Even with advantage, that is probably not gonna hit. That's 13.
So you wail on him, and it just can't quite get through that, like, thick stone armor.
I rolled a 4 and an 8.
But yeah, looking at this, this isn't a type of unseen that you're familiar with, but you are now, like, knowledgeable enough of the unseen that you know this is a cat that's been possessed by the unseen and is very altered as a result.
All right. I got a 16 on initiative, by
Awesome.
the way.
Thank you. So you may go if you would like.
Baguette knows exactly what she's got to do, considering the distance from it that she is, and she is going to guiding bolt that thing.
Okay.
So let's see if that hits first. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, girl, that hits.
Okay. Let's see. That is 14 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And for everyone else, the next attack roll made against that target before the end of my next turn has advantage because it's glittering and all that good stuff.
And Baguette, you hear this high-pitched ringing in your ears, too. And Jean-Pierre, you are up.
So, because it is on the ground and it is glowing from this guiding bolt, do I get double advantage?
You do not.
Might as well give it a shot. Yeah, since it's on the ground, I'm going to pull out the rapier and just really, really go at it. Would you believe it? It's not a natural 20, but it is, with all of that, it is 28 to
Damn.
hit.
Yeah, that hits.
19 and plus everything else. Let's get that going. Oh, it's 25 damage.
Okay. Shit.
And then, are you rounding up for having?
Yeah.
13.
Thank you.
Yep.
Boo-doo-doo.
It's magic.
Is it silver?
Yes. It's a +1 silver rapier.
Oh, well, sweet. So that's
Yeah.
just 25.
Yeah.
Unless you lied.
No. You gave this to me. I would not lie. And as Jean-Pierre is just hacking away at this thing, he looks around and is just like, oh, everyone is here. We're killing this statue cat. It's easier than I thought it would be.
Earth is just sitting there, still holding the immobile dance, occasionally snapping her fingers, and she just looks at Jean-Pierre. Yes, it's been a proverbial walk through the park.
Oh, Earthy, you're all fun.
So that's concentration, but she's going to You said there's that ringing noise still going on?
Yeah, from the carapace creature with antennae. In that one room. Kind of sounds like, you know, when your fridge is really loud.
Okay.
Hate that sound.
That's disturbing. Okay, she's just going to look at the creature and she's You are such a devilish disappointment, devoid of purpose for even existing, and cast vicious mockery.
On the cat or on the bug?
The cat bat.
Okay. Is that a save?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And it's a disadvantage. So that's a -2.
So it's going to take.
Because it's not a smart cat.
It's only going to take 1 point of psychic damage, but
Okay.
as a bonus action, who's coming after me? Vincent and Mr. Tibbles.
Directly after you is the cat bat. But following that, it is Baguette, then Vincent, then Mr. Tibbles.
Okay, let me double check my invigoration because I think I can do it for the whole party, but let me.
Jesus.
If one ally is within 60 feet and can hear. Okay, so she's going to focus on it for Mr. Tibbles.
Okay.
And to Mr. Tibbles, just the hero we needed in the hour, and give you invigoration where you'll add a d6 to your next d20 roll. And that is her actions.
Okay. Is this critter still immobile?
He is. It can do a wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn, I believe.
Okay. And is that still at disadvantage?
No.
Okay. 15.
That is exactly what he needed to get.
So he's back, but he can't do anything yet.
Yep.
So he's just kind of like there. And you see him stop dancing. And his eyes glow. And it is Baguette's turn.
She knows what this is, at least in theory. So while all this has been going on, I think she's just been walking towards it because she knows she wants to get close. I don't know how close she could have gotten while other things were happening. If she's within 30 feet, there's going to be two things. She's going to do Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
So let me do that. That still has advantage. That's 26 to hit.
Okay.
And that is another 14 points of radiant damage.
Wall down.
And I would like to, as that wraps up, use my repel demons.
Okay.
To it has to make a wisdom saving throw, or be repelled.
That is a 10.
Oh, no, that does not make it. My DC for that is 17. So successfully repelled enemies, I can give them 1d8 radiant damage.
Oh, shit.
And that is what I'm going to do. And that is a 7. So it takes an additional 7 points of radiant damage. And it is repelled. So it shouldn't be causing as much trouble for my friends.
So, Baguette, how do you want to do this?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, she's feeling very protective of her friends, and she's got her holy symbol in her hand, and you just hear her almost growl out, you know, that corgi look when they're attacking. Defend your home, and just put it forward, and just you see this radiant holy light just fill this thing, and then it probably takes a minute to and look around to see if there are any others.
Wow. You should have carried her.
Well, we are not done. There is a cockroach in the back that is making that noise. So,
Cockroach is making that noise?
What?
wait, follow me. And Jean-Pierre leads everyone to the door and just kind of throws it open and points at the bug and was just like, "There, see?"
Baguette, it's dark in this room, and you and Vincent kind of have trouble seeing this cockroach because it is black and in a darkened room. And the person, the dog with the lantern, is pretty far away at this point. So unless you have a torch of some sort, it's tough to see into the darkened room. But you definitely hear that, like...
Are we still in initiative?
No.
Gotcha.
Then
I will quickly excuse me. Noticing that, and it's not even it doesn't even face him anymore. Walking into the dark room, he just snaps his finger, and you hear the la 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 as Claudia prances around as she takes on the gaze of the Watcher. Therefore, we all have advantage on notice checks while in the aura of her, which is 30 feet, and we have the benefits of low light vision.
Sweet.
Thank you.
So Baguette, you and Vincent can see.
Nice. Now that she can see it.
You know, I really thought I was seeing things back with the boogeyman. That's kind of weird.
It's not weird at all. Sometimes
You just you get used to these things when you are around dogs a lot more often, Mr. Tibbles.
Yeah, it's apparently this is a dog thing, because before this, I barely, like, this was like a rare thing.
Point of clarification, this is not a dog thing, this is an oracle thing.
Oh, I think I was referencing, just all of these,
Cat
All the
bats,
weirdness.
We anyway, the bug.
Now that you can see it a little bit better, you can see it looks more like a shiny, giant black beetle than a cockroach. If that makes a difference to you in any way. You see it has large mandibles. And now that you're looking at them, you can kind of see them clattering together.
Would we like to kill this thing, or are we gonna talk to it?
Would you like me to try talking to it with a little bit more instead of just like, politeness, a little bit of assistance?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
This is an actual bug. Is it really for?
It is a glossy black insectoid creature.
You?
So it's like a bug.
Can Baguette make a knowledge roll of some kind to see if this is just an extraordinarily large but ordinary bug, or something a little more outside of the natural order of things?
Yeah, give me a no nature check, please.
Okay.
Or a survive check, but no nature is probably...
Let's see. I think I have the same modifier for... Is it no nature or survive?
Mm-hmm.
Survive is a little bit better, so that's
Okay.
19.
Okay. So this is something from the monarchies. So you don't know a ton about it. It's not something that, like, Bagel ever brought home.
That's what I was wondering, frankly.
Yeah. But you've heard about it. And
Okay.
actually, you learned to avoid this in school. This is a decayer beast. And you know that it feeds on masterworks.
Oh, okay.
So it's often
Yeah.
found in libraries and museums because it loves to eat weapons and metal, but its favorite thing to munch on is ancient treasures.
Yeah, she's definitely letting the group know, like, just be forewarned. The stuff you carry is going to look very tasty to it.
Everyone,
Right.
if everyone would please stay close to me. Just don't go, scattered out, because it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get me to focus. It is a beast, though, correct?
It is a beast. It is, as Baguette knows, a magnetic beast. It emits its magnetic field, which is why everything in the room is kind of bending towards it.
Okay.
And as you look in the room, you see that in the glass cases with those trembling compasses and navigational tools are several scrolls that aren't affected whatsoever. They're just kind of sitting there.
So, Eartha is just going to, because she still has telepathic bond with Jean-Pierre and Vincent. She hasn't dropped that, but she is going to say, if I try to distract him for just a small period of time, will someone go in and just select the scrolls that look the most useful? I don't, go in, swipe, and then we can leave.
I am the sneakiest, so I will do this.
And she's going to look to Mr. Tibbles and Baguette. I don't believe this is something we really want to fight, since we have to actually get on a boat and go in the acid sea one day. So I will do what I can to lower the emotional agitation that it might have at this moment. And if you go in, please grab a scroll and exit as quickly as possible.
So we would feel like, do we feel like some of the magnetic?
Mr. Tibbles, you're in full plate armor, right?
I was about to say I'm in full plate. I'm in heavy armor and a warhammer.
Yeah,
she's gonna look at
Mr. a strong pull towards you. You're a little guy.
Yeah, I am.
You're not quite scooting across the ground, but you definitely feel like your armor is like vibrating a little bit on your body. And the rest of you feel your rapiers, your daggers kind of trembling in their sheaths.
The challenge here. So if she's going to start Birgit, we want to get to know you, get to know all about you. We probably won't like you, but hoping that you won't eat me. And use calm emotions.
Okay.
Mainly to try to make this creature at least indifferent about what's happening or going on and so on, and just keep the focus somewhere else. It's a charisma saving throw.
Okay. That's 4.
That's a fail. So
I assumed it was.
So it's a chill, just
it's not a terribly charismatic critter.
Yeah. Trying to keep it as chill as possible. As she stands near the entrance, at least 20 feet to have a 20 feet radius. Yeah. All I need is the scrolls.
I shall return, and Jean-Pierre takes his rapier out and just puts it in Eartha's belt and goes inside the room and goes and grabs any scrolls that he finds in there.
These glass cases are locked.
I'll pick the locks.
Okay.
I am very good at these clandestine things. Would that be a steal check?
That would indeed be a steal check.
Hell yeah.
We are lock picking a museum.
Technically, the owner owes me a favor, left me the keys, knew I was going to be looking for something.
That's a 24.
Yeah, you can get these open.
Yeah, real easy. Go in, pop them open, and pick up all the scrolls, put them in a bag, and then walk out.
Okay.
Actually, while I'm in there, do I see anything else that looks Nice.
Roll me 2d10s, please.
2d10s. 44.
Okay. Yeah. You find some, I'll say you find 2 scimitars that are crossed. They are kind of like wiggling that way. And emblazoned on one is a dog paw. The other appears to be wrapped in, not wrapped, it, because it's molded, like how you make, you know how blacksmiths work, blacksmiths work, like a tentacle with rubies in it. And you also find, crossed on an opposite wall, like this, 2 blunderbusses.
Oh.
Eartha, I can really only keep this up for a very small period of time.
And hanging on the wall as well is a large net.
You know, he has the scrolls. What's he doing?
Blunderbusses. Jean-Pierre will grab the blunderbusses and get out.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Tibble, how it is when we see something that's particularly shiny. It's a battle of wills, you know.
And as Jean-Pierre leaves the room, we'll just pat Mr. Tibbles on the shoulder. And is it something I can explain to you later over drinks or something? But I have the scrolls, so let us get out.
Are we going to let this thing stay here and continue to devour the museum artifacts?
Everything happens for a reason, little baguette. Sometimes it's better if we let things be versus try to rewrite the fate that already is.
I like this idea. Let us leave as soon as possible. I do not want my weapons damaged by that spooky beast.
That's given her a little pain in her, library-loving, artifact-loving heart. I understand. How big is this beast?
It is about as big as a cat, but about as fat as a small pony.
Maybe we can shoo it out of the museum. Come on. Like I would do to a spider that was in the house. I wouldn't want to kill it. I'd escort it outside. There's a part of it.
I think all the cats just look at Baguette just like...
She doesn't want to kill it if she doesn't have to, but she can't let it stay there.
What is this thing that she's talking about? Shooing it? Shooing an insect.
Or something. I don't know.
I think it is, when we were kittens, or when we would sneak into places and owners would come and try and kick us out, and they would do this thing with their paws. I think that is what she means.
Yes, you do that with kittens or puppies, or something they're trying to get out of an area, not necessarily like spiders or insects.
Oui. But Jean-Pierre will take his rapier out of Eartha's belt and wave the scrolls, and says, I got what we came for, so the ultimate goal of defeating the unseen is in our grasp, so maybe it is best that we get out and let that creepy night guard go back to dealing with the beetle.
Oh, the creepy night guard. I forgot about him. Yeah, that's going to take priority for her. She's got to go take a look at the creepy night guard.
How long does command last? It's not long, isn't it? Just one round?
No! There's on a clock.
Yeah, because I was going to say, by this point, there's enough of you that are in here that pretty much as you say that, you turn, and he's standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
Monsieur, we were just about to leave like you asked, au revoir. And Jean-Pierre just starts to leave.
Is there a window in this place?
There are several windows in this place, not in the current room that you're in.
are any open? Okay. That's what I need to figure out how that beast got in here. And that's what I needed to know.
Not in the room that you're in, but there are windows in here.
Yep. Cool. All right.
Does it smell like unseen coming from that creepy guard?
It does, and also from somewhere from another area as well. Can you target the smell of unseen?
Let me see. With a successful wisdom check,
Okay.
the dog can smell the presence of any objects or beings that are invisible within her range of vision as if they were normally visible.
Oh,
Such characters
neat.
can attempt a wisdom saving throw to remain undetected if they know they have a chance of being sensed.
Okay.
This trick also allows the dog to sense if unseen characters are possessing others after the dog has a conversation with the target.
That's pretty neat.
So, yeah,
you can smell him, and from right above the back room, kind of hanging out over the lintel, you smell unseen.
So question, distance from the creepy guard guy to that, would be about how much space?
Creepy guard guy is kind of right in your face. That is probably like 12 feet away.
Oh, okay. So like...
It's the next room.
Okay. So one is on one side, one is on the other side.
So like... All right. I can draw a map.
I love your map!
No, I don't need to draw a map because it's pretty simple. Like you're in one room and he's standing in the doorway to that room.
Gotcha. And the other...
So there's rooms on either side, kind of like this. So if you're into this room and there's another room here, if my face is the third room, the other thing is right on my forehead. That's the back room. All of the rooms have been like this, and there's one room in the back.
Okay.
That is my face.
All right.
It's my best map yet.
Yeah, you just see her sniffing and look and explain, this isn't the only unseen here. There's another.
Museums closed.
This is an unseen?
He is at least possessed by one. This is unseen. There is unseen here in him. Yep. And I don't know what is back there, but it's unseen as well.
Well, the fact that you cannot see it means that it is unseen in multiple definitions of the word. But let me try out my new toy. And Jean-Pierre will point the blunderbuss at the creepy guard and just shoot him.
Jean-Pierre, you've never used a blunderbuss before, have you?
No, I have not.
So, you would not have the gunner talent, would you?
No, I would not.
Disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be some disadvantage.
Sure.
On that one.
No.
It's finesse.
It is.
Oh, honey.
It is not finesse. It is a firearm, and it is loading.
Okay, so what ability score would I use for that?
It's ranged. So it's dex, yeah.
Okay. It's an 18.
Okay, so you are shooting at the guard?
Yeah.
Even with disadvantage, that's 18?
Hell yeah. I rolled a 14 and a 15.
Okay, yeah, you hit him. But because you're not really used to a gun, so first actually roll me 1d12. Plus your dex bonus.
That's a 10.
Okay. So... So you see him get hit with that gun, and then he goes, museums closed. And because you are unused to to firing a gun, that black powder comes out and just like gets you in the face. And give me, I guess, a con save.
Sure. Don't I have advantage on those because of Vincent?
You do, because of Vincent.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. And that is, go back to my sheet. That is a 17.
Okay, you are not blinded. Good job.
Thank you.
You do take 3 damage from burning your paws.
Oh, that's fine.
Because you don't know how guns really work yet.
No, I did not.
That is not a crossbow.
No, but it was very loud, and I think it hurt him a lot more than a crossbow might have.
Mr. Tibbles, after that it was shot, is immediately looking to see if the beast is still in the same spot.
The one who was standing in the doorway?
The beast, the rust monster.
Oh, yeah, he's still hanging out.
Okay.
Chilling.
Alright, I would like to very much go now.
What exactly is the purpose? Are we trying to defeat this thing, or are we just going to do as it says and leave?
I'm trying to go. Now, I will support you as a friend, because I know that you're very, very much into this whole unseen equals bad equals we must fight and be heroes. But it's been a very long night, darling. It's been a very long night.
As she speaks, I just touch my, what's it called? My eyeball. I touch my eyeball and I look at the man and say, halt, as I cast command.
Now can we go?
You're muted somehow. Maybe?
Oh, right. Really loud motorcycle just drove by, so I muted myself. Sorry. So are you casting it on the guard?
The guard, yeah.
Who now has like a hole in his chest from the blunderbuss.
It's a wisdom save.
Okay. Thank you. That's a nat 20.
Can I use a fortune to like negate that? I don't know how fortune works.
No. You can't use a fortune to make me reroll.
Yeah, if he has a hole like in his chest,
Yeah.
Mr. Tibbles is just gonna swing with the warhammer. Just like it's a mercy killing.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we all roll initiative?
Right?
Yeah,
Right, so I can roll initiative.
17.
Okay.
18 for me. For me.
18
That's
for
cool.
me as well.
14.
Okay, but
Come on,
Mr.
best
Tibbles,
friend.
you
Come on,
called
best
doing
friend.
something first, so you get to go first.
Alright, so I'm just gonna swing at the warhammer. And I'm gonna use one of my... Is he just standing there taking it?
Yeah.
Do you have advantage?
No, because he's not immobilized. He just got shot.
And you also have an invigoration extra d6 to add to your
True.
d20 still.
Very true.
He's just, standing there with a lantern, trying to get you to leave.
Okay, so that is going to be... 21?
That hits.
Alright. That's gonna deal... 11 damage.
Damn. Yeah, okay. So what part of him are you aiming for?
The head.
Okay. So he kind of moves his head out of the way, but you hit into his shoulder enough that he drops the lantern on the ground.
Okay.
And he goes, museums closed. And it's Vincent's turn.
No, it's my turn. I have a higher dex.
Vincent had an 18.
What's your dex?
I did too.
Oh.
4.
I wrote the wrong number.
+4.
Okay, you got lucky.
Yeah.
Cause I got a +3. I'm dexterous, just not as a revolutionary cat. But go off. I got a higher charisma.
Yeah, yours is a +4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm +3. So we swap. Jean-Pierre will kind of put the blunderbuss in a belt and take out his rapier and go towards the dog. And because Mr. Tibbles is in contact, do I get advantage?
Because, yeah, okay.
How does advantage work in this game? I'm lost.
Because Jean-Pierre has that like sneak attack type thing, so since
okay.
Mr. Tibbles is engaged with him,
Yeah,
Okay.
he gets advantage. It's like a rogue thing.
I default just ask Jess if I have advantage whenever I attack, and she says yes.
It's because you have the talent. If I find out you didn't have the talent, I'm like,
Oh, I've invested so many points into that
ripping off your character sheet.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
That is an 18 damage.
Okay. What were you hitting him with again? Your crossbow? Or
My rapier.
Your rapier. Okay.
Yep.
So 18 damage?
Yep.
Okay. That's so much damage.
I rolled my sneak attack, which is 2d10.
So Jean-Pierre, how do you want to do this?
Great.
I'm gonna walk up after shooting him in the chest, and Mr. Tibbles. Did Mr. Tibbles hit him? Yeah. And Mr. Tibbles smack him with the warhammer and just take out the saber rapier and just cut his head off.
Okay.
Just like, is this the unseen? I am so confused. And just walk out the door.
Would Baguette know if that, like, knowing that that was probably a possessed creature, would she know if the unseen is still, like, did it leap out of his body? Is it still around? Is it actually dead?
Something you might not really know. That's something nobody really knows. But
That's what I'm wondering, and she's, like, sniffing.
You still smell that other thing that was above the door. But the thing that you were smelling from this creature is no longer there. And now that he's fallen and you can see his head out of his hood, you see that he had massively long yellowed teeth. And the gums had receded from them.
Yeah. You're just going to see Baguette turn and head in the direction of where she smelled the other one because it's a religious duty. She's got to go deal with it.
Okay.
So she's seeking out the other one.
Seeing that, I would follow. Believe Mr. Tibbles is making sure that you are safe.
Thank you, Mr. Tibbles.
You're welcome.
Brother has no idea what is actually going on. Jean-Pierre took care of the problem. We were headed toward the door, and now Baguette and Mr. Tibbles have decided to go on a detour. So, Torn.
Did you get what you were looking for?
I've got what I needed.
And we can go.
Apparently we cannot, because precious little bread loaf of a baguette over there is fixated on something.
But she's a dog. She's not a loaf of bread.
Her name's Baguette. It's a term of endearment.
Ah, I understand.
Yes.
No bread loaf.
Eartha actually does not know what to do in the moment. She's just...
Jean-Pierre is going to look at the exhibits out in the main hall and see if there's anything that he can pilfer.
Okay.
I just would like to... She's in... Monsieur Vincent, I really, really, really only came to get the scrolls and leave, not to start on a brand new adventure in the museum. But,
every trip to a museum is an adventure in Baguette's mind. She's a nerd.
Vincent, what are you doing?
Pretty much what I'm doing, because Vincent is like a completely different creature when it comes to the rest of this party, in the sense that he does not get joy out of a museum or singing or being a revolutionary cat. He doesn't get joy out of much, actually. So he's really just like arms crossed, like, when are we leaving?
So very good. Baguette, darling, is this going to take very long?
I hope not.
All right, do you need any backup or support, or can we meet you at the door? Is this something that you need help with, or does Mr. Tibbles have it?
I don't know. It's a demon or something.
Okay, so
So-
are we quite equipped to deal with a demon as of right now, considering that we've
Yes.
done Boogeyman? Oh, all right. You are fully confident in yourself.
Yeah, she's got a mission. She, even if she's not totally ready, she feels like she has to go check it out.
Well,
She'd be a bad shepherd if she didn't.
I am curious, so I will sit around and watch. And I've been told so much about these unseen and how they are so important, and that my goals are less important. So I will sit here and judge and see if it is more important.
So Eartha is going to stand, I'm assuming position-wise, Baguette is headed towards the exit anyways, where she smelled her stuff.
In the back?
Is it in the back
Towards
or
the
is it in the
back
front?
room.
It's
Towards
right
the back?
over the door to the back room.
Oh, okay. And where is the cockroach magnet thing?
In the room where you left him.
And is that the back door?
No, the room next to the back door.
Okay.
So, like, the museum, I should have made a map. The museum is like, you
Yep.
walk in, there's a door. And then there's like room. Cockroach is over here. And then the back room is like right here.
Okay.
I just hit myself in the face.
We are not going near the cockroach.
No.
That is the thing. That is the important part.
Telepathic
Don't want
bond.
Mr. Tibbles to go.
You okay?
Oh, this is such a great decision. Jean-Pierre, I think we're going to be a little bit longer. Would you like a front row seat to what this is going to be?
Front row, probably not. I would want to be as close as I can to judge, but not any closer.
Well, at least come close enough to stand beside me, because if something pops out of there, I'm about as squishy as can be.
Oh, you only have to ask. It will be my pleasure.
Thank you, Monsieur Jean-Pierre. All right. I guess we have your back. Monsieur Vincent, I hope your little associates are prepared. We're doing holy work tonight, apparently.
My little associates.
Uh,
To
she is referring nonchalantly to Major and your human.
uh-huh. We
Referring
don't do
to-
holy work, if that's what you were implying.
As you're having this discussion, the door from the back room opens.
Of course it does.
And out of the darkness, you see an emaciated dog in a gray robe holding a lantern. And he walks out and says, "Museum's closed." Why are you
Monsieur, we
here?
heard that from the other dog, and he is dead, so maybe come up with a new line, oui?
Pardon me. You're not supposed to be here.
Mr. Tibbles looks over to Baguette okay, is this one good? Is this one not?
Yeah, she's sniffing. Is this just a regular guard, or is this what she was smelling before?
This is what you were smelling before.
This is not a good dog.
Mr.
And she
Tibbles
readies
goes
her
in
holy
swinging.
symbol.
Okay, we'll keep the same initiative.
All right.
But Mr. Tibble, since you are making basically a surprise attack, give me that.
Again.
Yeah.
And Mr. Tibbles is 100% using one of his mighty throws, and he is giving himself advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like 25 plus.
Yeah, that hits.
Not doing all the math, but yeah. And 9 damage.
Okay. I forget, is your Warhammer silver? It's just regular, right?
Actually, it's just regular.
Okay.
I never did that much research into it.
Cool. Jean-Pierre, if you would like to fight, you are up first.
Are we keeping the same initiative? Or are we going from
Yep, same initiative.
Okay.
Jean-Pierre is going to wait.
Were you running around to loot?
No, he's going to stop. He's standing next to Eartha Kitty. And he'll take out his crossbow and wait.
Okay. Vincent, you are up.
And can you describe to me really quickly just placement of people? Because I am kind of a little confused. I thought the three of us were in a separate area, like away from the back. So I'm just kind of confused.
Okay.
Where we are right now.
I will draw a map.
Thanks.
Just maps. Just maps are famous.
Just maps. Just maps. Just maps. Just maps.
Even if they're simple, visuals are appreciated.
Mm-hmm. I'm normally not a visual person, but I'm just kind of confused.
We all were a little bit confused. I thought we were leaving, and then we're back. Now to back. Then we're leaving. Then we're back.
There was a very determined Corgi's like, I got a thing to do. I'll catch up. You know how corgis are.
Okay, so Baguette is here. The new guard is here. That's a circle representing the thing you don't know.
I really like how this background looks for me right now. I'm very happy.
Oh yeah, that background is great for you. It looks very great for Vincent. Like there's just this.
Yeah. Vincent, where were you standing? So this is the
honestly,
museum.
Next to Eartha.
If you can see. Does this make sense now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see the front. Yep.
Okay, so this is the back. So like, here's your dead guy.
I see.
This is the back. This is the back door. This is where Baguette's feeling the weirdness. You've got a dead guy here. This is the new guy. So you've got Baguette here, Mr. Tibbles over here, and I assumed Eartha and JP were at the door to the room with the bug.
Yeah, I'm next to them. I'm next to Eartha and JP. Cool.
Okay.
I like that the map just says bug.
Yeah. So there's Vincent. And now we're all on the map.
Great.
This has to go on my Patreon now.
Yeah.
So Vincent, what would you like to do?
Quick free action. Look at Baguette. Do you want them dead, or do you want them to speak?
I'm guessing, Guide, that even if this unseen, undead thing speaks, what is he going to say? You know, hey, I'm a good unseen, right? I mean, yeah, I don't think.
Well, the one you've
I
been
don't think he's got
talking to,
anything
the last one
worthwhile
you
to
talked
say.
Pretty much just said you needed to leave.
Yeah, I think he's not a very good conversationalist. I think we just need to put him out of his misery and let him rest.
Okay. 1 second. Need to look for a thing. Great. How long does that last? It's a really important question. Okay. I'm going to look at the thing.
Okay.
I'm going to touch my eyeball. And then Major's going to start floating around me, kind of fast, actually. And Vincent's eyes go jet black.
Ooh.
And he speaks and he simply says, "It's time for you to revert," as I cast Revocation of the Uplifted.
Oh,
They need to make a con save.
dang. Oh,
Does that work on demons?
Is it? If
That's
it's
an interesting
it doesn't.
question.
The wording says dog. It says or cat, etc.
This is not a dog or cat. So
Is it
that-
an animal?
Yes. Well,
It says
no,
appropriate-
not anymore.
It used to be,
It
apparently.
used to be.
Because I would say also, just being real, if it didn't seem more animalistic, Vincent wouldn't have used that. Because Vincent's smart enough to understand.
Okay. I'll say Vincent would know
Okay.
that once a creature becomes possessed by the unseen, it is no longer a dog or a cat. It is a demon.
Okay. That's fair. Also, I don't play Pugmire other than this. Fine. Then instead of doing that, because that means I will still have some spell slots left.
This is a badass spell, but it would suck to fizzle right now.
Yes. Then he simply says, "Lay down," as I cast command on it.
As you cast what? Command?
Yeah. Another
Wisdom?
Where you at? Where you at? Yes.
That's a 2.
Yeah, he failed.
So he drops on his back, puts the lantern on his tummy, and puts his paws up in the air.
Okay. And I look at Baguette, do as you please, or we can leave.
He needs to rest. And it's going to really bother her to do this when he's looking, like, oh, I'm showing you my tummy and all of that. But she knows this is a demon.
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 things. Guiding bolt. And then she's going to use her last use of repel demons with additional radiant damage if he's repelled, which
Okay.
I'm guessing he will be. But
Most likely.
let's try to see if the cure wounds, where'd that come from? If the guiding bolt hits, that is a 19 to hit.
Heck yeah, that hits.
Yeah, so that is 6. Where'd my other die go? That is 12 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
And then she's just going to use her repel demon's ability, and he has to make another wisdom saving throw to avoid being repelled.
12.
That fails. So he is repelled, and that means an additional 8 points. Let's see, I hope, maybe. No, 6 points
Okay.
of radiant damage.
Okay. And on his turn, he has to move away from you, right?
Well, he's repelled, so.
Is
But
that?
he's got
He's
command
prone.
going.
Oh, pause.
I mean, he's
other than
prone
that-
right now.
Yeah, he can't do shit. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, I have
so
to say pause, but yeah, like he can't do nothing until my next turn, regardless.
yeah, he's under command, so.
Mr. Tibbles.
Just keep swinging with the hammer. Do I have advantage because it's prone?
You do?
Okay. It's hammer time. Nat 20.
Yeah. What's your max damage for that?
Yes.
That would be 15 points of damage.
How do you want to do this, Mr. Tibbles?
He's laying down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the hammer meets the watermelon effect? That.
You're going to go all Gallagher.
Gallagher, yeah.
That happens.
You.
Well, that was very dangerous.
So can we go now, if the job is done?
Take one last sniff. Any more unseen hiding anywhere?
Oh, you still smell that one thing above the door. That hasn't left.
Not yet. Do I still have the benefit of dark vision, by the way? How long does that last?
I mean, they've brought out 2 lanterns, so you don't even
Okay,
need it
so
at
it's
this point.
fine. So can I see the thing, or do I have to move to get to it?
You can't see anything up there. It just looks like there's nothing above this door.
But I know exactly where it is from my smell the unseen ability.
Yep. And you notice that over the other beautiful doorways are like nautical wheels and anchors and paintings of compasses. Or not paintings, like things above the doorway.
Okay.
This one is blank.
That's very strange. And I'll just start describing that.
And you don't see anything there. But you smell an unseen creature there.
So is it, just make sure I'm clear. Do I not see anything there because it's still too dark? Or it's just invisible?
It's invisible.
Okay. All right. So, but because she can smell it,
She knows it's
I think
there.
she's going to still try to take a guiding bolt attack on it.
Okay.
So,
Do you all want to stay in initiative and Baguette just say that's the plan, or do you want to take an attack, Baguette?
I think she's just going to take an attack and be like, I know you can't see it, but it's there. And do an attack on it.
Okay. It's going to be at disadvantage because you can't see it. Actually, you
Okay.
can smell it. It's fine. You can smell it.
Okay. That's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. I almost rolled the wrong die. That is, let's see, math is not my friend because my brain is tired. It's 8. It's 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay. You see your bolt strike and illumine the shape of a dog-like creature. And you hear a howl. And then, just like that, it looks like wall again.
Oh, you sneaky demon.
And Mr. Tibbles... Oh, wait, if we want to go back in initiative... You know what? Eartha hasn't had a turn in a long time. Eartha, what do you want to do?
Dorotha has just watched them make this dog laid out on its back, put a lantern on its thing, and then someone smashed its head like a watermelon.
Yeah.
Right, and now Baguette is shooting her magical, mystical mojo at nothing.
Uh-huh.
Do we all see something get illumined for a moment? And how?
You'll hear a howl.
I was about to say, if you guys haven't moved, you guys actually wouldn't see what she's hitting.
But hear the howl.
You hear the howl.
You'd hear the howl, but
Yeah.
How? You know that old adage that you so conveniently edited for the sake about cats and curiosity? There's another saying about curiosity killing a cat, and I have a feeling that dealing with this group of people, that is the one that actually may ring more true. She's gonna take a deep breath. Jean-Pierre, give me your paws.
What are you going to do, Ursa? And Jean-Pierre gives her a
And
paw.
she's got those gloves on that cover her own paws, and she's going to place both her hands over her paws for a second, for your paws for a second, and you get 6 points of healing. And she says, I don't know what we're about to face, but we need your paws. Quick on that trigger. And swift with your rapier. I'm just going to give it a pat and then withdraw her hands, her paws, and go, okay. Apparently we're doing this. And she'll call it, Baguette, darling, have you finished yet? Or,
Working on it.
all right.
This sneaky thing is invisible.
Well, that's just aside to Jumper. Haven't they been described until now as the unseen?
No, like it's not possessing anybody. It's totally invisible.
I made the joke about being unseen earlier, and I think it is very apt.
So yes, I think it's being invisible because it's actually unseen that's not possessing someone, which makes it far more dangerous because it's seen all of us now. Lovely.
Is Mr. Tibbles tall enough to swing that high?
It's above a door.
I had a feeling.
You would need a ranged attack. I don't think any of you are tall enough. The only one who would be tall enough to swing that high would be Grimly.
Oh, of course.
Okay, how high is it?
I mean, it's a door height, so I guess you could do it with disadvantage, Vincent. You're pretty tall.
I'm like, as a tall person in real life, I can almost touch the top of my ceiling. So I would make
How
sure.
tall is Vincent?
Vincent's like 6'2".
Okay, Vincent, you could hit it.
Yeah, Vincent's tall. Vincent's on the...
But nobody
just,
else,
like,
everybody else
lanky
is
tall.
a kitty or a smaller dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a melee person anyway. I was just curious. No.
Yeah. Let's see.
Where was it?
I can just point.
And Mr.
If I have a chance,
Mhm.
I'm gonna two-hand throw the warhammer where she pointed.
Oh, yeah,
I love
Mr.
it. I don't
Tibbles.
know.
Okay, do that. Yeah, do that, please.
I'm assuming at disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't think you're skilled in Warhammer throwing.
But I'm gonna use another one of my mighty throws, so it's regular roll.
Well, you would have advantage on the attack because it's still
Lit up.
it was kind of lit up from.
Oh,
So just
then-
regular.
yeah, just regular. Would not use one of my mighty throws. That's a nat 20.
Okay, what's your max damage?
What did I say before? 15?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
That should not have worked.
Fearsome.
So, does a 14 hit Mr. Tibbles?
No.
So, Mr. Tibbles, as you do that, you feel something whoosh by you, but does not harm you.
Oh, okay. Can I go and grab my warhammer?
You may, and it is Jean-Pierre's turn.
Jean-Pierre, after holding...
This is a very combat-y night that we're having.
yeah.
Yes,
No
it
one
is.
is leaving the museum.
Yeah, after holding Arthur's paws, we'll continue to wait. He's not doing anything.
You're gonna what?
He's not doing anything. He's watching.
Okay. Are you waiting for a trigger?
Nope.
I just want to see the unseen.
Yeah. He's been told for so long that this is the good quest. This is what's going on, and that all of his actions are bad, and you shouldn't be doing them. And now he's finally seeing this, and is just like, all right, I'm gonna sit here and judge the shit out of you.
Vincent.
No cat. That is just
I know.
cat. Just the tail just slowly.
I know. Like, impress me. Vincent, you're up.
All right. You already hit. Why are you hitting again? Whatever.
I like how you even stopped looting just to be like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because specifically unseen, Vincent is like, well, this isn't going to work, is it? But it's invisible. Is it still invisible? Yeah, because the guiding bolt should have worn off, I think.
It's until the end of my next turn that
Okay.
the next attacks have advantage.
okay, so
Which
you
I
see that
used.
it has moved, but because Baguette did that, you can see where it went.
Maybe there's like little sparkles or something.
Yeah, you see some light moving along with it.
Okay. Can I tell where it's going, or more so like which direction is what is it doing? What is the path that exists?
It has moved past Mr. Tibbles and is kind of floating over the first guard that you killed.
Okay.
Oh, honey.
I will look back at the group. There are some things that are simply out of our reach and or our needs. And right now, it is very pertinent that we all leave this place. And that's... I'm going to start walking towards the door.
Okay.
I was like, no, I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to start walking towards the door.
So you have to walk past it.
I surely do.
So give me a wisdom save, please, as you walk past.
You can do that. What is it? What is the effect of what could happen?
Possession.
Check that thing real quick.
I got a thing if you get possessed.
Oh, not that. I'm seeing if I even can be possessed. I am a damn oracle.
Exactly.
I know you're immune to fear.
I'm immune to charm.
Oh, that's what it is. Ha! That makes sense.
Yeah, Vincent can't be charmed. I can't be feared.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. And then looking at my girl. Oh my God, where are you? Too much stuff. Okay. Okay. What am I trying to beat? Because I probably beat it. That is a wisdom save. Come on now. That is an 18.
Okay. You are not possessed. Good job.
Great. But noticing that, Major, who has been following me, stops, looks over, boop, and will try to use my bonus action to attack it.
Boop
The
attack.
funny thing about this is Major versus familiars. Major acts on his own. It is in the wording.
I love that.
But follows my commands. Obviously, where's the attack at? Sorry, it is that. That's a natural 20.
Give me Major's max damage.
That's only 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Rolling all the nat 20s today.
I know.
That's legitimately the first natural 20 I've had in a long time when I've been playing games, so I'm happy about that one.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, then that is what I do, but I do stop, and I say, "Well, just trying to possess things now."
Baguette, you are up. How do you react to that?
Oh, yeah, there's a guiding bolt with that thing's name on it. So, absolutely. Not even playing around. It's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. There's a 13 points of radiant damage.
Sweet.
And see real quick if I can conjure up spiritual weapon as a bonus action. So,
Okay.
do that. And I can also attack with it as a bonus action. So let's see. Let me see if that hits. That's what the range. That is a 25 to hit with the spiritual weapon.
Heck yeah, it hits.
Okay. That is 7 points of is that force damage?
Oh, force damage. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's not radiant.
Okay. Cool. And he's still lit up, correct?
Yep. Now, well, because I just guiding bolted him again,
Mm-hmm.
it reactivated. So until the end of my next turn, there's advantage on attacks against him.
Mr. Tibbles, you see a sparkly, invisible thing.
That's still up high that I gotta throw the Warhammer?
No, it's
Or on the
floating
ground?
right above the dead body
Oh, okay. Then
of
yeah.
the one that got shot.
First thing I'm gonna do is just yell at it. Come on, why you gotta keep being invisible like that? And use my barbed heckle.
Ooh.
Hat.
All of my allies within 10 feet of me
Mm-hmm.
get a +2 to their saving throws.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna swing with the hammer.
Okay. Do you get that +2 as well, or just your allies?
It just says my allies.
Okay.
I do not. That is gonna be 23.
To hit, yeah.
And 6, 13.
Okay. Cool. Eartha, my dear, you are up.
Okay.
That's a wonderful, wonderful, amusing sound, but I feel bad for Eartha.
She's gonna look at JP and she's gonna look. It's almost like she has to look around the corner. Almost, she's gonna look at JP and she's gonna look around the corner. I really, really, really do not want to spend the rest of my night in this museum. It's wet, the floor is flooded, there are dead things walking around, and the unseen apparently can now be seen because Baguette has lit them up with light. Well, if we're going to play with light, let's play with light. And she's going to come around the corner and she's going to focus on a point above where that dead creature is.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to see a silver beam of light start to shine down. And she said, "This night we already got the scroll. And this world is weird. Now we're watching Corgis fight the unseen. Shine a bit of light on this." And she's going to cast Moonbeam.
Yeah.
And that is Constitution saving throw with whatever disadvantages they may or may not have because of all the stuff people have done.
Yeah, it failed that.
Okay. That is 8 plus 6.
So it's also a 4 on its Constitution saving throw. It's Invisorous, but not buff.
I think that's 14 points of radiant damage as silvery flames come up from the floor around the creature and the dead body.
So as this creature becomes visible and you see the major demon standing in front of you, Eartha, how do you destroy it?
Yeah.
You just see her fur kind of fluff in that way that cats' furs fluff when they really are. She wasn't expecting to see that. She came around. So as you sing, you say, go, and just, there's an extra, like, you know when you turn the boiler on higher and you have a gas room and the fire goes up even higher? That's just, you just hear her make that undignified. Can we please get out of this museum? Post me.
Do one quick sniff.
You no longer smell the unseen.
We can go.
Jean-Pierre offers the crook of his arm to Eartha.
Eartha quickly just No shame, just.
And as turns and starts guiding Earth away and looks back at the scene and shrugs a little bit and then leaves.
Vincent follows. Actually, I think they would pass him.
Yeah.
He would notice and just and hands behind his back as he begins to walk, and Maze is just floating above.
Wow.
I think before Baguette leaves, she is going to take just a quick moment and just offer up little prayers for the people that died due to the unseen. She's going to just quietly offer a prayer to the fallen who were taken by the unseen, because this is extremely serious business for her, and she's feeling that. And after she does the one, she'll do the other, and then she'll leave and just not really say much, except, Mr. Tibbles, you are a fearsome warrior.
As are you. You make a good example for us little guys.
She just kind of gives a tired smile of appreciation, but she's kind of in her head as she walks out.
Eartha does say to Jean-Pierre, please remind me in the morning to get something for Monsieur Tibbles, some sort of congratulations or good work, or you really saved our insert body part here.
I already have a plan to thank him. As curt as I was with him earlier in the Rainforest Cafe, he helped us very dearly, and I see a spark in him that I do not see in many other cats. So Jean-Pierre kind of pulls out the blunderbuss that he didn't fire, and it's just like, these don't seem to be my speed, but they may aid Monsieur Tibbles more than they aid me.
Oh, there might be. I mean, once he gets... Well, I'm sure the armor will weigh him down enough to... I mean, there just seemed to be a bit of a... We'll figure out the logistics later. I am very tired, John.
You have nothing to worry about. You will get you back to your bed, and everything will be taken care of.
Seems like it's going to take hours to get this back where it needs to be. Thank you.
You are always welcome, Marcel. As you always have been. Ever since you showed up at our doorstep all those years ago.
Yes, my first major failure.
Well, in that case, your failure was my success.
There we go. That's the cat way. Take the credit where it's due.
You made life better for every one of us.
And she's just going to be quiet. She's just going to...
Baguette and Vincent, how are the two of you doing? Because even the two of you who, tackle with Unseen on the regular, it's rare to see a major demon.
Yeah. I think that's why Baguette's being quiet is, she's really thinking about the implications of what she saw. This is different from her first tangles with the Unseen. Mm-hmm. Partly she's just replaying things in her mind, so when she gets back to her room, she can just write it all down, in case there's something important there that she needs to remember. But I think she's grappling with, why were there 3 unseen there, in a place that we were going? Are they on the increase? What's happening? So she's really lost in her shepherd role right now. wanting to protect not only her friends that she's traveling with, but it's sort of that greater mission that they're on. She's thinking about.
And what about Vincent? Was that your first time almost getting possessed?
You know, sometimes you like make characters and you're like, I want him to do this and I want him to do that, but you don't want to be like too OP. It's not really that with Vincent. I do think he has there's been an attempt to possess him before because of all of the outreach and stuff that he does or did. He's been many a place, and he's experienced many a thing. But he always latches onto the fact that he knows his time isn't now. He knows that man still has a plan for him, not in the religious sense at all. But he mostly really, so that didn't affect him as much as it could have. I just think he sees the horrors of what we know as real life and what they know as the old ways too much to really be affected by fear and things of that nature anymore. However, he was very interested to see the actions of those around him. That's what he does. He people watches and he learns and he understands how cats and dogs and all those in between act in concurrent with man. Just how they parallel. And he saw some interesting things today. So that's what he's thinking about.
And lastly, Mr. Tibbles. You always get traded as a messenger boy, and now these new dogs and cats have called you a brave and mighty warrior, and you've gotten to prove yourself and kill a major demon and several possessed dogs. And a possessed cat.
Mr. Tibbles is extraordinarily happy that he was able to do that. I think he is a little concerned, though, not that those demons were there, but that will word of this get back to his clan? Or will this just be something that, like, is very quiet and his clan will never really know or believe him?
Oh, not that he would know this, but totally Baguette sends regular updates back to like church headquarters about you're not going to believe what happened. And so she won't necessarily tell you that she's doing it, but she is going to recount the events, and Mr. Tibbles will be very much mentioned. The fierce Mr. Tibbles.
And I think
she was really impressed.
And I think that's where we will leave tonight, with all of you heading back to Granny Scruffwings for a very well-deserved rest with multiple scrolls in Paw and a level up waiting for you. And...
But I'm literally looking at the advancement things right now. I was here, like dead ass. I was like... Curiosity. That was a lot.
That was a lot. Y'all fought the boogeyman and like 5 demons in one night. Good job, team. So,
yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jess. I write games and supplements, and the schedule that you're going to see when we leave is a little bit different. We have been adding things to Onyx Path's schedule throughout the week. So, surprise, tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, myself and a couple other showrunners are getting together for, I think we're calling it Storytellers and Coffee, and we're going to be talking about running a show on Twitch. And if you're interested and want to know how to do that, or just really love Onyx Path and games and have nothing to do at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll be here. So please join us. And check out our Patreon. I put it in the thing. You can join us in our Discord. Some of our artists will like draw you as a dog or a cat. You can name one of our NPCs. There's cool stuff to do. So please check that out. You can get discounts on coffee with Baguette. And without further ado, Baguette, tell us who you are and what you do in the real life.
Hello, everybody. So I'm Lynn. I write stuff, I edit stuff, I sensitivity read stuff, and I stream stuff. I hang out with Jess a lot. Um, find me on Twitter to see the latest updates. That's where I post most everything. The one big thing coming up is next week, exactly on the 14th, we're going to have the release of Unbreakable, which is a Asian-inspired Own Voices anthology, which is really awesome. I had the pleasure of editing some of the adventures in it, and so you'll want to check that out. It's amazing. It's amazing. So look for that.
Eartha Kitty, who are you in real life and where can we find you?
Hello, everyone. I am Honey, aka Honey and Dice. You can find me at Honey and Dice on Twitter, and you can find me on Honey and Dice on Instagram. But there is nothing there. I just didn't want anyone to take the name. I am the creator of the Embrace the Initiative workshop, which should be coming to a virtual format sometime soon, depending on equipment issues and so on. I am a DM. I run an all bard campaign for a group of wonderful people that includes CB. I also run a lot of stuff for friends and family I've started to do recently because of everything happening with people who are homebound. I really everyone's biggest cheerleader. I do sensitivity readers and I've actually done it for a couple of things that some of the people on here have contributed to, and they may not have known. And I also do mentoring in the real world of people in the IT field and so on. My tip of the week, everyone, make sure you are updating your passwords on a regular basis, and make sure that you are double checking and triple checking the email links that you get, even if it seems like a familiar company. Right click the link and check what the actual URL actually is when they say things like, hey, reset your password, or hey, check here. I got one today from PayPal that told me that someone from Ontario had tried to access my account. But when I right clicked the link to reset your information and so on to see what that URL actually was, it was something with a /COVID-19 in it. So it had nothing to do with what was actually happening. They're getting slicker and slicker. So just please, please, please be careful. I know we're all on so many subscription sites and so many Patreons and so on. So just reset those passwords, watch those links. And remember to love your you.
Tank Top Boys in the bottom row, starting with Jean-Pierre.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Cameron. I write TTRPGs. I design adventures and stuff. I play games. But the big thing that I want to talk about is I have two products that were released recently. One, a very personal adventure for me called Devil's Due. You can go in and lift the curse on a family mansion.
It's a really good adventure.
Thank you. And I'm looking at, there will be some news on my Twitter, which is the handle below my face, about a streamed game of that coming soon, where I will DM and run some interrupted adventures through a mansion filled with ghosts and family trauma. The other one is a Doom Eternal inspired barbarian path called the Path of Perpetual Torment. It's an absolute blast. Just helped me with that. So did CB. The art is great. The feeling is great. It's pay what you want on DM's Guild, so you can get it for free if you want. It's a labor of love. It's super fun. And that's all I got for now.
Vincent, who are you? Where can we find you? What do you do?
Really quickly, because I can do that and I don't give a shit. It's pay what you want, but support artists. I'm gonna say that right now.
I did a pay what you want game called Erasure that was for charity, so like all donations went to charity, and everybody donated $19.
Nice.
There were over 1,000 copies downloaded, so I was like,
"Oh wow! Oh no!"
So I was like,
it's like
I'm gonna donate some actual money for this.
Yeah, but anywho, sorry not to take away that, but hi, Critical Bard here, Critical Bard across all social media channels. Some really exciting things for me have been happening. Most important, well, I won't say most importantly, but something I'm very much happy and proud to actually finally talk about is that I was asked by Critical Role to be their jingle artist for the new show Critter Hug. You can hear me in the opening and the intro. That is May the 4th. That's when that comes out. First one's actually was supposed to come out this month, but Corona happened. But it's okay. So check that out. Really excited, really happy to have been asked to do that, and hopefully that leads to bigger and better things. I'm also coming out with a subclass. I can talk about it because it's not like a secret or anything. I'm coming out with the College of Acapella Subbardic subclass. It's really cool. Has some really, really awesome help with that. Jess and Cameron also have been people who have been in my ear on that one. But really excited about that. That's going to be coming out in the next week or so. Hopefully, that's the plan. But the thing I'm most excited about is I'm finally streaming. I'm finally doing it. You can catch me at here, Critical Bard _ because Critical Bard is taken, and I'm not mad about it. It's fine. I'm actually going to be streaming right after this because your boy is about to hit affiliate. So need to do that like tonight to do that. So yeah, hit me up after if you want. We're playing some Skyrim. But yeah, that's mostly what's happening to me. Just playing some games like with our good old friend Honey and Dice and some other folks around the TTRPG community. You can check me out everywhere.
And lastly, but not leastly, Mr. Tibbles, who are you? What do you do?
Hello, I'm Alan Engelson. I just like games. I playtest a lot of stuff for Jess, and I'm sure I would be happy to playtest anything for anybody out there, honestly. I love games, and I just love to play them. I don't do anything professional, writing, publishing, or anything.
Yet.
But the playtesters are just as important.
It's
100%
true.
to that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you again, everybody. We will be back next week. Wash your hands, take a breather, and don't feel the urge to be super productive during this time. You don't have to write King Lear just because Shakespeare did. We love you. If you have a doggo or kitty, give them love too. And take care of yourself. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.